So we start with lesson number 4 today, and that is cyber law. You might have heard about cyber security, cyber law, cyber theft, cyber crime, right? So all those concepts, all those topics we'll be studying in this lesson number 4. What are we going to study? Introduction to cyber law, ethics and morals, cyber crime and its examples, cyber safety and security, IT Act 2000, and some case studies we'll be going through. Okay, so we'll start with the lesson. Today we use computers for storing confidential data from various sectors, right? Banking, finance, health, personal, property, many different sectors are there. For those, we require some confidential data to be stored. Now, if I say personal, I have my bank account details, I have my GPay, I have my account, Gmail account, right? So I have many different things wherein I need some data to be stored, and that has to be confidential. It shouldn't be shown to anyone, right? So we use computers basically for storing the confidential data, right? And we also use internet for transactions, not only for money but for information also. We are using internet, and I need to get the information for different sectors. If I am a student, I need some research work. If I am a doctor, I need internet for my some case studies, right? So each and every sector is having different information, and that information, that transaction takes place with the help of internet. So we saw we are using computer for confidential data, and then we use internet for transformation, right? But it in many situations, the confidential data may be illegally used and corrupted by unauthorized users. Right? We have many incidences which are coming up that the bank account was hacked and the money is being taken. Right? So how is that happening? With the help of unauthorized users. They are not authorized to come into my account, but they'll hack my data, they'll hack my password, and they can come into my account. Either they can corrupt my data, or they can use the data illegally. The increase in internet traffic has led to a higher portion of legal issues worldwide. Now, what is this? Internet traffic. What do you mean by internet traffic? Many people at a time are on the internet, right? So many millions of people are there. Now, if we consider, if I have a particular exams and I need to register those exams, I need to give the paper. So I have many students who are there for one particular server they are using, right? So we say ki server down hai. How is that happening? Because many people at a time want to access that form and want to register themselves on just one server, right? So if I am on Facebook, if I consider Facebook, so many people are live on Facebook. It's worldwide. So what it causes? It causes internet traffic, and because of this internet traffic, many illegal issues are also taking place, and that too higher proportions. Okay, so these causes the crime to happen. Okay, then so it is very necessary to protect such data from cyber criminals. We have some criminals physically, right, around us, who are using, who are robbing the money or some house, right? So that crime is going on. But apart from that, we have some intelligent people who know computers, who know networking, and they are using that knowledge in a wrong way to its right. So there are certain criminals who are there. So we need to be very secure that I'm assured that my data is safe. Okay, so protection should be there. Cyber cases related to interference and investigations are increasing at an alarming rate. So these cases are coming up daily. We have one or the other case which is there, which is being done using internet, right? That is what is cyber. To control such crimes, it is necessary to follow ethics in field of computers. What you need to do, you need to enhance the ethics for our crimes to lower down. Everyone should have certain ethics. What are those ethics? We'll be studying ahead. Cyber law is being amended quite regularly. Cyber crime started, so we have cyber law to resist that crime. Okay, so we have many different laws which are being enacted on the particular cyber crimes. What do you mean by cyber law? The cyber law is the area of law that deals with the internet relationship to technological and electronical elements, including computer, software, hardware, and information system. What is cyber law? Cyber law is the area, okay, area of law. What area of law? Which is this area? What laws it is been dealing to? It's dealing whatever is happening on the internet, right? Internet relationship, whatever is happening on the internet, plus it is using certain electronic devices also, like something happening on computer, but that computer is not attached to the internet, still it is a crime. If it is a software which is being pirated and which is being sent, it is also a kind of crime. Hardware and information system also, in these particular areas, aspects, anything happens, that comes under cyber crime, and there we have dealing with the cyber law. Okay. Cyber law is a part of the overall legal system that deals with the internet, cyberspace, and their respective legal issues. Who is the one who is dealing with these crimes? Cyber law. Okay, there is a law enforced on each and every type of crime what is taken place. Now, if I say I am not on the internet, but I have a computer, so if I have a computer, I have stored some confidential data in it. I have my login, I have my password, I have ensured that it is protected. But if one of my family member has come and he is trying to log in, right? So he knows my password, he knows my account, and he is taking certain photos which are there in my computer. The photos are then misused by that person, right? So what is he doing? He is doing some crime there, right? He is taking the photos and misusing those. Yes, that is a crime. If he is not doing anything, he is not taking anything, but if he is giving me, or if he is deleting my documents, he is inserting certain virus, certain program, obviously my PC will crack and I won't be having my computer working, right? That also is one of the crime which that person, which can be done with your computer. So you cannot imagine, so many different crimes are coming up in this cyber space. What is cyber space? Whatever virtual things are happening with the help of internet or without it are considered as the cyber space. Cyber law covers a fairly broad area. How much it knows, it is covering that, but there is a particular space which is going abroad that, right? But still it covers a nice good area encompassing several subtopics, including freedom of expression, access to and usage of internet, and online privacy. Now, for example, we had certain messages coming up for WhatsApp, right? You shouldn't be using any harsh word on the chats, and then you shouldn't be using any religious talks you shouldn't have, or political talks you shouldn't have, right? So your WhatsApp is being tracked. It was these kind of messages we were getting. What was those? That also is called one of the cyber crime which was coming up that time. Okay, so here why are we enforcing cyber law is that everyone should get freedom of expression. Okay, and everyone should be accessible to their own account and using the internet properly with the online privacy. So we are enforcing cyber law for all these things. What are the advantages of cyber law? The IT Act 2000. attempts to change outdated laws and provides ways to deal with cybercrime. So we had previously 1918, okay, we had 84, 92, okay, these kind of IT acts were there, but then some were outdated, and then internet is going on in a very fast movement, right? Many different things are coming up, new things are invented, right? So it is a very fast track speed for development. So if the law was meant for a particular crime, and that crime is not done today, but the crime is in a different manner, right, with the different technologies. So that outdated laws is being changed in IT Act 2000. New laws, new crimes, new decisions were taken with the help of IT Act 2000. Okay, now what does that law has, or what is the advantage of those? First, people can perform transactions over the internet through credit cards without fear of misuse. Previously, it was happening, and now also it's happening, but not in that particular portion, right? That percentage. It's very rare that some credit cards are being misused, but people are using their debit cards and credit cards without any fear now, because they have certain laws which are enforced and certain security is also updated. The IT Act offers the much needed legal framework so that information is not denied legal effect, validity, or enforceability solely on the ground that it is in the form of electronic records. Right? So IT Act gives me a legal framework. What is the legal framework? Now, if you consider EDI, what is EDI? EDI is electronic data interchange. Okay, some business parties have some data to be exchanged between them. So they are given a particular framework, they are given a separate network so that they themselves can transfer the information they want, right? But the other person cannot log into their account, cannot log into their network. So there is a particular framework given for the business people, right? So if we have that, then we will be assured that some other people are not coming in, some other people who are not at all authorized people, and they cannot come into my network. If they are trying to come into my network, I have my firewall, I have my different security levels which are securing me, right? So IT Act is also offering me that you have this framework and you have to work in this framework, right? If you want your information to be secure, you need to be in this framework, and that framework is given by IT Act. Okay. In view of the growth in transactions and communications carried out through electronic records, the Act seeks to empower government departments to accept filling, creating, retention of official documents in digital form, right? So we have many different government documents also are coming up, wherein the records are transported, or the transactions are taking place with the help of electronic records, right? So if I have my Aadhaar card, if I have my PAN card, all those things are now done online. Why? Because it is secure. No one else can hack your PAN card or your Aadhaar card, because it is just for you, right? So all these transactions, government also is coming up with the different official documents, and that too with the transactions done electronically. Okay. The IT Act has also proposed a legal framework for the authentication and origin of electronic records, communications through digital signature. Yeah, this is very important. We have authorized digital signatures, right? Wherein we are now, if I am a business person, I need to enroll in this DSA so that my signature is being given as a record that this is my secure signature, this is my digital signature, and you need to tally it with this, right? So I can say that this authentication is very important for my electronic records. Now, records can be sent by anyone because it's electronic, but then authentication is very important, and that authentication is seen by digital signature. Okay, so with the help of these things we can understand key, okay, cyber law is there and I am safe on the cyberspace. I can use the transactions, I can use internet, I can have my accounts, I can have my security also. Okay, with the help of cyber law, I am assured that these things are taking place properly. Now, do it yourself. What are you supposed to do? Search cyber crime related laws and punishment for it. What are the cyber laws? What are the cyber crime? Entrusted laws and then punishment, what is given for them. Okay, we'll be seeing some examples here. Then, what is ethics and what is morals? Now, we had seen one point here that to control such crimes, it is necessary to follow ethics in the field of computer, right? So, what is ethics here? Ethics and moral, these two definitions are very important. They can come for the exam. Ethics, also called as moral philosophy, is the discipline concerned with what is morally good and bad, right or wrong. Now, I'll just explain morals first and then I'll go for ethics. What do you mean by morals? We say moral stories, right? So those stories are giving me certain moral values. What is right and what is wrong, correct? That standard of behavior, principles of right and wrong behavior are known as morals. This is right, this is wrong. Okay, for few people, being a non-veg is wrong, but for few people, being non-veg is right. Right. So, according to the society, according to the caste, traditions, right, society, culture, religion, these standards are being enforced. So, those are morals for that particular society, right? So, the ethics are chosen by the person himself or which governs his life, government or the society. It depends, right? So morals are the standards of behavior, the principles of right and wrong. Now I have understood what is right, what is wrong. Then do I follow the right things is ethics. I know what is right, what is wrong. Standards are being made for the behavior. I know fighting is wrong. So am I against the fighting or I am also involved in the fighting? That is ethics. I know what is good or bad, but am I following what is morally good? That is what is ethics, right? So I know I shouldn't be logging into someone's account. I know that is good. I know that is wrong that I am logging in someone's account, which the account is open in front of me. So, what is the right thing I should do? I should log out to the account instead of me wandering around in the mail, seeing the photos, all those things. That is wrong, correct? So, what should I be doing is ethically what is right that I should log out the account and I should log in with my account. I shouldn't be going in and seeing someone's account, right? So that is ethics. If I am following good, that is ethics. If I am following bad, it is not called as ethics. Clear what is ethics and moral? Morals are just to remember the standards of behavior, but ethics is the discipline concerned with what is good and bad and doing the right thing is ethics. Cyber crime. Cyber crime is alternatively related to as cyber crime or it is related as computer crime. I can also call it as e-crime, that is electronic crime, or I can call it as high-tech crime also. So many different names, right? Computer crime, cyber crime, e-crime, high-tech crime. Okay, you can refer this cyber crime in many different ways. Computer crime is an act performed by a knowledgeable computer user. Now he is not a layperson or he is not having any knowledge of computer and he is working. No. Who is this doing this act is being done by the person who is very, very intelligent in computer. He knows using it, he knows how to hack, he knows how to give the programs, all those things. Knowledgeable computer user, sometimes referred to as hacker. What does this hacker do? illegally browses or steals a company's or individual's private information. What does this person do? He steals certain legal things, or he steals certain company profiles, certain company documents, or he can also hack your personal account also. So he is a hacker, right? He is well versed in using computer and knowing what to do to crack the programs. In some cases, this person or group of individuals may be malicious and destroy or otherwise corrupt the computer or data files. Right? Some hackers are there, some people are there, but they also have a group of people. It's not one person, but there are certain groups which are working behind. Right? If I want to crack the bank security, right? So it is a very big deal which is to be done, because bank security is very secure. We have many layers of security there, right? But still hackers can find out some loopholes, and through those loopholes they can get the program hacked, right? And they can destroy, or they can give some malicious programs entered into our computer, and my computer data is corrupt. This also is a form of cybercrime. Cybercrimes can involve criminal activities that are traditional in nature. Now, what traditional? Theft, yes, fraud, forgery, defamation, mischief, all of which are subject to the Indian Penal Code. Okay, these are different cyber crimes. Theft, yes, online banking. I can get banking money can be uh, get got, right. So theft can happen, fraud can happen. I have certain messages which are coming up. You got a lottery, you have won so much. Just message, right? So those kind of fraud messages are there. Forgery is wherein you have certain calls which ask you for the OTPs, right? That is also illegal. You are not supposed to give them the OTPs or certain information what they ask. And mischiefs, some people, just for mischief, they can hack the computer, they can give certain different messages, they can misuse the photos just for mischief. This also can come in cybercrime, right? All of which are subject to the Indian Penal Code, the punishment which is given in the IT Act. Okay, can take place as the examples of cybercrime. Now, some examples of cybercrime below is the list of different types of cybercrimes which can take place. First is software piracy. Now, software piracy, as we had seen, it's not just only with the internet or with the logins, no, but we have certain softwares also wherein certain crime is taken place. Now, what is this crime? This crime is being done on a very large scale. What is this software piracy? Software piracy is nothing but copyright violation. Now, what do you mean by copyright violation? If I am creating a particular activity, or if I'm publishing a one page information, right? So I want that page to be secured, and I have created it. So I want my confirmation that it won't be used by anyone else, right? So I want the copyright with me as I'm the owner. So I have the rights. If I want, I can give it for copying, or I want to give it for publishing, or I want to give it for a rendition, whatever it is. The rights are with me. I want to enforce the rights with me. But those rights are violated. Those rights are being broken, and the misuse of that particular information is done. That is what is software piracy. But here, what it is done is, if I consider, if for just a simple example, I have my Windows operating system, right? I have Windows 10. If I go for an original CD, I will require 5,000, 6,000, and so on, right? One Windows authorized CD, one licensed CD, it requires 5 to 6,000 rupees. but I get the CDs for 100 rupees, the same software, the same operating system, but in a crack version. So I have a crack program also, which is given in the CD. So I have my Windows operating system plus a small crack program, wherein I can install my Windows plus I can activate the Windows also, right? But is that legal? No. What that person has done is he has taken one CD, one original licensed CD he has taken, and he has made copies of that particular licensed CD. But that was not authorized, that wasn't written in the rights that you can make or you can create certain copies of those software. No, the person who is the owner, the Windows operating system, right? Microsoft, it has many users, it has many programmers who are working behind the Windows operating system, right? They have given the time, they have given that particular efforts for creating that Windows operating system, which is a new version, right? But the other people, what they have done, they have not at all given any efforts in building those operating systems, but what he did illegally, he has created or see, creating the imitated copy by unauthorized means. So he is creating many copies and then he is selling it, right? Utilizing this data either for own benefit or for profit making. So what is he doing? He is creating profit with the help of that unauthorized, unlicensed CD. And what we as the users do, we don't go for 5,000 and 6,000 CDs, but we opt for 100 rupees to 100 rupees CD, right? But we are taking 100 rupees CDs, but that CD can have virus, that CD can have some defect data. Because of that, my PC can lack or my PC is dealing with some problem then, right? It may have virus attack or it may have a hardware crack also can take place. Okay, so that is software piracy. Breaking the laws, breaking the violation of copyrights and creating duplicate CDs is software piracy. Example, when you download a copy of a licensed software, okay, when you are downloading a licensed software, for example, downloading games from a file share websites without paying for it. If you have a licensed CD, it will have a trial version and it will work only for that particular trial version. Later on, it will tell you that you need to pay for using it, right? But if some people, some software engineers, what they do, they come up with some certain cracks and they install those cracks. With the help of those cracks, I can activate and I can use the software after my trial version also. Okay, so that is wrong. I am not paying it, but I'm using it, I'm sharing it, and all my friends are using it. So that is wrong. Because the one who has developed that, he should also get the gain for it, right? So first illegal thing what is happening or cyber crime what is happening is software piracy. Second is unauthorized access. Unauthorized access, authorized access, right? Authorized access who has a authorization and who has accepted that author and he is a owner, right? Authorized person. But here unauthorized access is there. Gaining access without user's permission is known as unauthorized access. He is not having the permission, but still he is getting the permission, accessing it, but he is an unauthorized user. Authorization means granting access rights to resources which is related to information security or computer security and to access control in particular sectors, right? If I am a computer teacher, if I have a lab in my hand and I have a security for lab, so the students who are coming in, I have different accounts for students, for teachers, for administrator. But if the student is accessing teacher's account, if the student is accessing the administration account, then he is an authorized, unauthorized person and he is accessing it without any authorship, right? So that is wrong and this is what is happening. Hacking the account is what is unauthorized access only, right? Hacking your bank account, hacking your personal account, my Gmail account, my Insta account. Okay, what are those? Unauthorized access only. This is typically possible when the particular software or service is purchased through legal or formal procedures, right? I need to opt for, or I need to go for particular software which are licensed, which are purchased, right? I need to purchase and go through a formal procedure. What is legal, what is correct, I need to go through that. Attempting to get information like emails, bank accounts, intellectual or any other personal confidential information from unauthorized person also shouldn't be tolerated, right? I shouldn't go for other person who can access those accounts, access those information. No, I shouldn't be going for that also. That is also one of the crime, right? I myself is also not doing, and I am not at all engaging in the other person who is doing that, right? That is also known as accessing the machine legally. So I am not accessing any machine. I am not going through illegal acts, right? I am granted whichever permission I'm granted, only I'm doing that is authorized. But if I am breaking those rules and I'm hacking, then it is unauthorized. So what are the examples of unauthorized access? First, hacking financial bank accounts related to information, right? So hacking bank accounts, this is also one of the unauthorized access. Stealing organizational or intellectual information, certain organization, right? I have organization, that organization has some intellectual information, so I'm stealing that. I'm logging into their account and stealing that account. That is also unauthorized. Illegal monitoring of information owned by other person. Yes, I am continuously monitoring the other person who is besides me. So he is entering some passwords, some confidential data. So I am monitoring that. That is also